to see any more bootleg opinions. Hey, Mr. Joe Black.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Bootleg Opinions.
Oh, girl, you smell so good. What's the tea, Christine?
Girl, it's Scentbird. It's making me smelling delicious. It can smell me all the way in New York City.
Scentbird? You've got to tell me about Scentbird.
Well, Scentbird is a fragrance subscription that allows you to subscribe to a delivery service of fragrances for $16 a month. And you can also pick what fragrances you want, so there are no surprises. And this month I received Good Habits Exhale, Deck of Scarlett Power Suit, Sanctuary Vaquita, Dolphin.
That sounds spectacular. How do I sign up?
All you gotta do is go to the link in the description and take the Scentbird pop quiz. I took mine and I found my scents. And they have a lot of colognes, perfumes, and unisex options. All you gotta do is twist and spray, baby. Woo!
Ooh, they have my favorites. Gucci, Prada, Tom Ford. Lovely.
Girl, I'm telling you, buying the entire bottle is so outdated. So buy yourself a 30-day vial. I'm so glad I signed up. And if you want to be greedy like me, get yourself 2 to 3 bottles.
Stunning.
So go ahead, sign up using the code UHUA2 for 30% off your first month. And that is only $11. Go ahead, I support you. And Scentbird is now also available in Canada. Go smell delicious like me and Joe Black.
You smell delicious.
Thank you, baby, all because of Scentbird. I know you are a hometown queen of Brighton, and last week, Anubis, another queen from Brighton, got sent home. Oh my God!
And then I'm blamed for this thing. They say it's a curse. They say it's the Brighton curse, like I've gone in there and gone, ooh, and I'm the one f***ing them all up.
The last time me and you did it, it was for Drag Race Down Under for one of the most iconic, legendary franchises out there. And we ended up doing one of the most iconic episodes together where, let's not speak about it, but now, on a flip note, this is a 180.
Well, there's actually things that have gone on that we want to talk about this time. I think last time we were sort of like, so, things happened? I think last time, I don't know about you, I felt like I was beating around the bush a little bit with Australia.
And I think this time around, completely agree with you. I have so much to talk about because I'm actually very enthusiastic about this season. And what a great cast of queens. And it looks like they actually did background checks.
Well, yes, for the most part, I think, yes.
For the most part, is there stuff that I don't know about that you know about? Because so far I haven't followed any of the queens on social media yet, because I've learned in the past few seasons is that when I start following them too soon, I start to get a glimpse of their life and then I start to fall in love with them, and then all these things start coming out. I'm like, oh my God, I feel gross. It's like, oh, what the
Give it a few months.
Is there stuff coming out? Is there stuff coming out?
No, you've missed all the Twitter drama already, I guess.
You can tell me afterwards then, okay? All right, what do you think of this challenge as a whole?
It was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? There was sort of everything going on, but also like nothing. I was sort of sat there going, what the fuck is going on? It was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was like an American thing that I didn't get it. I was confused. I was like, what the f? It reminded me of Sorry Not Sorry from Canada's Drag Race, where they performed and nobody knows what the f is going on. It was so edited. So at one point, I was watching the performance. I was like, who's supposed to be on beat? Because there was barely any wide shot to get everybody to see who was like on beat and off beat, because everybody got like an individual shot. It was very confusing. I didn't know what I was watching.
Something was happening and I was laughing, but
to tell you the truth, I don't know who was really the standout in the competition and who didn't stand out, to be honest. I guess I'll just take the worst from the judges.
I really think this was Kitty's win. No offence to Krystal, I think Kitty Scott-Claus was hilarious in the challenge. I had a good hearty chuckle, and I think looked the most gorgeous on the runway. You know, red carpet I don't think lends itself to being particularly interesting, so I think the brief is just, go on, look gorgeous. And gorgeous she looked. You know, Marilyn Monroe How more classic can you get? And Kitty's quite a sort of, I hate the term wacky, but I'm going to say it anyway, kind of wacky character. And I didn't get when Michelle said, I wish the dress had fit more on Veronica. You do this thing when you like edit things on people, don't you?
Yeah, I thought it fit fine. Oh my god, you watch Bootleg?
Yes!
A bootleg queen! Yay!
I'm a stan! Bootleg
You're
Opinions,
a stan!
bestie!
Well, you need to aim higher, baby.
On these tours, what else am I? I'm sat in a van. I'm like, oh, let's see what Yuha's up to. Oh, there she goes again.
Oh,
you know?
There's nothing better to do. I really need to leave my bedroom. I have not left my bedroom in ages. Well, anyway, category is red carpet eleganza. We first up have Choriza May serving you a bit of flamingo, or as she says, flamingo. Now, when I first saw this outfit, I'm gonna be honest, I was a little bit underwhelmed because last week she served us 3 fashionable drag looks. Now with this, I just felt like the hair was the main focus of it all. At the top, I felt like she could have added more fabric to the pieces that's touching her breasts. I felt like they were not thick enough. I like the shoulders, I like the hair, but other than that, I thought she could have done more with it. I know she can do more.
As far as Choriza's standard goes, this is a little underwhelming because Choriza is so good. It's not her best, but she looked gorgeous. But it's nice. It's nice.
It's nice, but we know she can do better. That's why I think I was so blown away last week that when I saw this, I'm like, that's it? You can give us more. You know what I mean?
She set the standard too high. The electrocuting herself and falling into animal queen herself. It is Elektra Fence. My God, in the words of Alan Carr, why have you come out here dressed as a wizard? Whenever I think of like hooded gowns or outfits, I think of Grace Jones. And this is essentially a hoodie with a skirt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a leotard with a hoodie and then with a train skirt at the back that's detachable. I think it's fine if she wants to wear a hoodie. You know, sometimes when you go to the red carpet, you can see pantsuits. Like Celine Dion does it a lot. Grace Jones has done it a lot, where it's like a cowl neck with a hoodie that you pull up. I think if she got rid of the train in the back and just make it into pants, I think that would be more fashion and a lot more going to the red carpet wear than wizard or going to the gym. Literally, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, she's got her blanket and she's got a hoodie. You know, I think she has the right direction, but not the right execution. And I would like to see bigger earrings on her.
Open the chest, come lower. Show those gorgeous freckles. Like, that would have been so lovely to have that nice and open with the hood perched on the back of the hair. That would have been really nice. But she is dressed as a wizard.
And I also see that she has like her one slit leg going on. I think she could have made the dress just one slit on the side with the short hair. I think that would have gone with like a really fun era that she's going for, rather than just, you know, like the judges said, wizard, you know, cloak, Harry Potter. I don't know, girl.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yes. Next up is Vanity Milan. About this look, I like how it's sheer, it's flowy. I think she looks beautiful with the mug and the hair.
She's very new, so I don't think she's learnt her face yet, but she's got such a beautiful face. They look absolutely stunning. And I didn't notice the black corset. People were going on about, oh, why don't you match the corset? I quite like the idea of seeing.
Last week when she was doing her makeup, I noticed that she was using a stencil for her eyebrow. Did you catch that?
I didn't catch that, and maybe she shouldn't do that. They're quite far along. They go really far.
For me, there's a few things I would like to tweak with this. I would love for her to remove the necklace. She didn't need it. It was all about being exposed and being sexy, right? So take that off. And that pageant jewelry didn't really make sense with the red carpet theme that she's really going for. And I would like for her to make the silhouette of the flowers a lot more bigger around the bust area, and then a lot more bigger around the hips area. The sheer material in the back, I would love for her to add just another yard or two of fabric so that when she's walking down the runway of RuPaul's Drag Race, it really drags on the runway stage. I think that would have been perfection. But I do think she looks gorgeous with the feathers and the flowers though. It has the right mindset, but it needed a little bit of tweaking.
I do think maybe the necklace is unnecessary. It probably is covering like a seam or something. You know, we all do stuff like that, don't we? We just go, oh, we'll pop that there. And it looks a little bit like an strenuous prop not needed. But I do agree that didn't need to be there, and it should have just been all about the body. But yeah, stunning. Ah, my Lord and Saviour, it is Kitty Scott-Claus, looking like gentlemen do in fact very much prefer blondes.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Best friend.
Are diamonds your best friend?
I think she looks stunning. I know Kitty, and she's very silly to see him doing something as classic as Marilyn Monroe. You know, I've worked in the burlesque world, right? So I've seen quite a few Marilyn Monroes, and sometimes, bit off, but Kitty, like, bang, out of the park. Beautiful, stunning.
I think she looks great with this hair. Yeah, it could have been bigger, but I thought it was decent. It was fine. I think it matched her makeup because her makeup was really soft.
I don't think the hair needed to be bigger. I think it looked like Marilyn. The makeup was Marilyn. The hair was Marilyn. Kitty was Marilyn.
Yeah, I thought it was fine too. We got the pink all over with the gloves. And I also liked how she kept the gloves not shiny with the sequin because it really would have seemed a little bit more costumey. And also the sequin on the bow and also on the dress. And I like how it created that mermaid-shaped Marilyn Monroe going to the red carpet. All right, next up is Krystal Versace! And she, again, brought it to the runway, beautiful with this hair, and also the great thick tatas. I think this is similarly what Elektra Fence was kind of going for with the leotard and the train in the back. But whereas over here, Krystal Versace brought it up the shoulders to seem like she's really going to a red carpet, a little bit more regal, a little bit more queen power. And this looked less wizard because she doesn't have the hood and she's got her cleavage and her collarbone showing. So I think this is what Elektra Fence was going for. That Krystal Versace gave.
I mean, I think she looked gorgeous. And look at the size of those knockers. Lovely knockers. As someone that actually knows these people, I feel like I've seen Krystal wearing this at brunch. So maybe for me, it was a little bit like, oh, there she is looking gorgeous. I wasn't like, whoa! It didn't have the impact for me, but they do look stunning. Right, it's River Medway looking absolutely stunning. Stunning! Kitty's is red carpet to the point of like, oh, it's classic Hollywood. But I couldn't imagine that on a red carpet. But for me, it fits the brief of the runway. This, I can see on a red carpet. I can see this appearing on a Best Dressed.
Oh, she looks so good. Completely, again, 180 from last week. Because last week, her looks, I wasn't really that impressed. Especially with the musical note one. But this, oh my god. It's like she went to drag university and grew up with the hair. Very Anna Nicole Smith, beautifully done corset within this material. It's really hard to work with, and I think she did a great job with it. You know, she looked beautiful, and she served it. And most queens that we saw and will see coming up, it would seem like they have never really walked in a gown before, but with her, you can tell she's walked in a gown before. So I think she did a great job.
You know, I'm saying as an old... They're all quite young, so they're all used to their mini dresses and jumpsuits, aren't they? They lip-syncing the Charlie XCX. Yeah, I'm horny for River Medway.
Most queens nowadays, when they go to the club or the bar or a show, they wear a bodysuit or a leotard. So to see someone wear a gown confidently and know how to work it, it's, you know, not really often seen. Speaking of your age, I posted a video with me and Divina, with Divina saying that she wants more representation, and people in the comments said, we thought Joe Black was the representation. How old is he? How old is he? Like, I thought he was like in his 40s or 50s. Is he not the representation for Drag Race UK for the 40 plus? Having the same opinion like last time I mentioned to you. When I first saw you in person, I thought you were someone in your 40s or 50s until I saw you out of drag on television. I was like, oh, he's just a late 20s, early 30s twink. You have to see the comments on this video, girl.
I don't look at the comments. Everyone just calls me old.
Next up is Veronica Green, honey, and she's in mustard/yellow dress. Now, for the era that she's going for, I'm gonna give it a pass because when I saw this, it was a little bit basic, not gonna lie. But since she's got the hair, the attitude, the makeup, and also the dress and the shoes to go with it.
Veronica likes referencing things, and I think this is a Kylie Minogue reference, if I am not mistaken.
Now, the hair could have been done a little bit more stylishly because I've seen this hair done in a much better way where it's like a little bit more set. I'm not so keen about the lipstick though.
I think what's happened here, I don't know if this ever happens to you, right? Do you ever like, you're doing your lipstick and it goes a bit off?
Yeah.
So you add a bit more. And then it goes wrong again. So you add a bit more?
Yeah.
I think what's happened here is he's tried to do it a bit bigger and gone, oh, and then done a bit more. And so she's ended up with this giant, like, oh.
Brown lip. It seemed like she was eating chocolate or she opened... Not so sure about the lipstick, girl. I don't know if that's what she was going for.
Because I do it, and I end up looking like the Joker after a little while, because I look like the Joker at the best of times. But, you know, if I'm like, oh, I'll just correct that bit, and the next thing I know, it's like up here, and I'm like, "Urgh." It is Charity Kase, looking like a stunning, stunning goldfish undead flapper. So what Charity's giving me is, I've done the show, I've gone to the club, I've not gotten out of makeup and a look, and this is me trying to get a train back to Brighton from London at 5:30 in the morning, and I love it. It's kind of dishevelled, but in quite a glamorous way. I don't know what goldfish has to do with red carpet, but I also don't care what it has to do with red carpet. I think it's lovely.
I think she looks great. I think she did it the way that she wanted. I think she went to the red carpet. Charity Kase would have gone to the red carpet. You know, this could have also been Charity Kase going to a red carpet for the Great Gatsby, the party at the big mansion, you know what I mean? The Great Gatsby, like how they're always going to parties, how this man is always throwing parties. Like, this could be like a red carpet to that party, you know what I mean? Like, red carpet, it doesn't necessarily have to mean the Oscars or the Tonys or the Emmys or the MTV Music Awards, you know what I mean? It can be red carpet to anything. It can even be a red carpet to your graduation party, you know what I mean? It could be anything. As long as you looked hyped up, as long as you're like the moment, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, and they did look gorgeous.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Elektra Fence could be going to the red carpet to the film, what do you call it? Star Wars.
Oh, to the new Star Wars film.
So maybe we were wrong.
That whole time, Lawrence Chaney was trying to video call me. This whole, just as I'm like talking to you, I can just see incoming video call Lawrence Chaney, incoming video call Lawrence Chaney. Is like, I'll call him back in a minute.
With the boa feathers on her, and I think with the fringes, it looks great on her. She's looking really expensive, even with the fun makeup.
When it said, oh, category is red carpet, I was like, what will Charity do? Because Charity's not a very red carpet type of person. And of course, they come out as a haunted 1920s goldfish woman. So expectations were met.
So I think she did great in this runway. So, the judges. All right, next up is Ella Vaday, and a 180 from last week as well. I think she looks so good in this with this fit dress, big tatas, very, very done well dress, a necklace and hair.
I don't really have much of an opinion on this one. She looks stunning. A top tier drag. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think it's particularly exciting. But then again, as I said, the thing with red carpet is it's just kind of like, look wonderful. And it is time for Scarlett Harlett. I don't know about you, Yuha, but I was very bothered by the walk. Very hunched. I don't know if they were trying to be coy, but they seemed a little kind of like, oh, hello, I'm so sorry to be here. I don't mean to be taking up any of your time while being absolutely f***ing stunning. That was kind of what I got from it. But they look lovely.
She's giving you red cherry blossom. She does look good. Not much to talk about though. Nothing wrong with it. Great.
In the rehearsals, I cannot believe how thin their legs are. I feel like with a swift slap, you could snap him in half. And I might give it a go just because she's got the audacity to look that bloody gorgeous. I might break her legs just to serve her right. How dare you come out here being that stunning.
Next up is Victoria Scone. Not much to talk about too.
Again, not really much to say. I've seen Victoria do bigger, and I'd feel like Victoria would have done bigger for a red carpet. She looks lovely in a red dress. Victoria looks lovely in everything. I don't think red carpet gives you much to play with. It's just who can look the most gorgeous competition.
I do have two things I want to point out, even though it's absolutely gorgeous. The hair was a little bit not the right hair for this. I felt like it was a little bit too much in the face. It kind of swallowed her face.
It needed to go up
just a little bit more, just so that it reads red carpet. And the next thing is to steam the dress, because this material, she probably pulled it out of the suitcase. It's so easy to get wrinkled that if you don't steam it, it's gonna read on the runway, because when she was walking down, all I could see were the close-up shots were the wrinkles on the dress. Those are my only two little things, but other than that, she looks fine.
Pretty stunning.
All right, so who is your favorite look, Mr. Joe Black?
Kitty Scott-Claus wins it for me by a whole stretch. I'm a Kitty Scott-Claus stan in this runway.
My favorite look is Charity Kase. She is going to a red carpet to the mansion during the Great Gatsby times. And again, it doesn't have to be, red carpet to a movie award. And I also liked how Charity Kase went to the red carpet the way Charity Kase would have gone to a red carpet, you know what I mean? So that I liked.
They always stay true to themselves.
And my patrons have voted as well, and they have chosen Charity Kase as well. Congrats, girl! So, Mr. Joe Black, where can we find you? Thank you so much, by the way.
You can find me on Instagram at Mr. Joe Black. There's M-I-S-T-E-R, not M-R. Twitter, the same. My website is mrjoeblack.com. They all tie in beautifully together. Where can people find you, Yuha?
Oh my god, you're like a co-host. I love it. My name is Yuhua Hamasaki. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and new on TikTok under Yuhua Hamasaki. And if y'all end up enjoying our Bootleg Opinions today, you can find our Venmos and our PayPals in the link in the description below. Bye, Mr. Joe Black!
Bye, Yuha!
Alright, y'all, here's my moment of grace, but for some reason my audio didn't go through. I guess it kind of went down. So I'm just gonna speak over it. So I'm gonna say a huge thank you to James McDougall. Thank you, baby. On Patreon and on here. David Chavez. Thank you, baby. Christopher Duran. Always dry, honey. Never wet. Thank you.